let's make a deal. Bitch, be for real. Is you off a pill? Okay, let's make a deal. Rumpelstiltskin, she wanna see my purple pickle up in the wind. Okay.
Okay, let me just start by saying my room is a mess, and it's about time I organized it, because I don't know, I just woke up and stepped outside and just felt that it was like 49 degrees, and it was like, damn, it's almost springtime. So what comes with springtime is spring cleaning, and I've got to clean. So, I mean, I got baits I got open boxes, baits just laying everywhere. You've seen that, the crates behind me have just got, nothing's organized. Usually everything's in bags per category. So like I'll have all my swim baits in one bag in one section, and I'll have all my flipping baits and so on and so forth. None of it right now is at all organized. So that's something that needs to be addressed pretty soon. But anyway, it's Tuesday, so that means it's unboxing Tuesday, because I'm not even gonna pretend like I have any rhyme or reason to any of my videos whenever I make them. All I know is that I need a beer. Okay, let's get into the video. Unboxing. This is a Taco Warehouse unboxing of some key spring restocks and some new things. It's like half restock, half new things I wanted to try, so whatever, let's just open the box. I ordered it February 16th, it shipped on February 17th, it is now February 23rd. Well, it said it got held up for about a day because of weather. Not that any of you really care, because I don't think you do, so we're just gonna open this thing up. So there's some companies that I've used before in this box. There's also some companies that I've never used before and I'm trying out for the first time. And there's that middle ground. There are some companies that I have used maybe one of their things before and nothing else. So I wanted to try something new from that brand. So I like Taco Warehouse. If you guys didn't know that, if you never tried it, if you never bought off Taco Warehouse, you should. Every order you get a sticker. It's pretty cool. And some of these orders you can qualify for like free shirts and hats, and they were greatly reduced priced clothing apparel basically. So really cool site, go check them out. They're linked in the description. If you want to know anything that I've got, you want to look at it for yourself, it will all be linked down in the description below. Alright, so now that that sticker's put on all nice and crooked, let's continue with the video. Okay, so to start off with, we've got the X-Zone Lures Rebel Chunk. Never tried this before. I have some X-Zone Lures Drop Shot Worms. Let me see if I can find them actually. Yeah, so I've got some Finesse Slammers by X-Zone Lures. These are their drop shot baits. I've got a couple fish on these. I really like X-Zone stuff. These are the only other X-Zone thing that I've ever had and or ever tried, and they catch fish, I'm gonna tell you that much. At least the drop shot worms do, so I'm hoping their other plastics do that as well. But I decided, I mean, I throw a lot of jigs. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite techniques. I needed a couple more jig trailers, and so I was like, hey, why not try some more X-Zone stuff? Plus, some really cool information about these guys here is that their claws actually float. You wouldn't think so because there's not, you know, like air injected into them, but they float. I've seen videos on them. It also says floating claws on the package, but that intrigues me. Anytime you can get those claws to float and look more like a crawfish, it's better. You get more bites basically. There's some black and blue. I throw a lot of black and blue jigs, so that's the color I got. It's black and blue flake. These are 3.25 inches long. They're just chunks meant to be right on the back of jigs, and that's pretty much the only thing I'm going to use them for. I have seen people throw chunks on the back of chatterbaits. I don't really like to do that because it just doesn't look correct in my eyes, but hey, to each his own, I guess. We gotta do it. Alright, so I picked up some standard Berkeley Chigger Craws, some more colors. And the color I got is Goat, is what they call it. But it's really just like a green pumpkin with a little bit of blue and blue flake. But that is, I've got many jigs that color because I crush them on that color, and that is like the perfect, and it's power bait, so it smells like shit. Obviously, it catches fish. The other color in this that I got, it's called Grunge. It's I don't really know how to explain it. It's that guy there. I'll check this guy out the package too. It's a green with like some darker green accents. I'm not gonna split the colors on these ones. But what caught my eye is that it, like, if that light hits it a certain way, it kind of like almost glows Chartreuse, like a heavy Chartreuse, and that's really good for smallmouth. So I've never in my life tried this. What is this? Holy shit, did they just throw a free Okay, I'm excited now. Let's start with the one I was gonna talk about. They just, I'm happy as hell. Okay, so next up we've got something from a company that I am so fond of, probably my favorite company, but I've never used any of their plastics, and that is Megabass. This is the bottle shrimp. This is the 4-inch bottle shrimp, so I'm gonna flip this on a lighter Texas rig. But the bottle shrimp by Megabass is a staple from them. It's been around for a while. And a lot of people like these bottle shrimps for actually, they'll punch with them, and the reason they'll do that is because it's a real slender profile, so there's not a whole lot of side appendages to get stuck on any lily pads or any grass that, whatever you're punching basically on the way down. It can just fall straight down, streamline, and get in and out of cover pretty quick. Like I said, I love the company Megabass. I've never tried them before. I mean, I've never tried their soft plastics before. So this is a first for me, and I've heard a lot of good things about their soft plastics and the stuff they're infused with, the flavor, the salt, and some of the colors they have. So I'm excited to try this guy out. I don't know, I'm gonna Texas rig it and punch with them. I don't know, see what these claws do, see if they float. They feel like they should. They seem like they're kind of hollow, so maybe they'll go good on the back of a jig trailer too. But that is, I got green pumpkin blue. That's the color. It's just a nice green pumpkin color with some blue flake in there. I don't know if the camera will pick that up very well, but yeah, excited about that. Now I just got a nice little surprise. They threw in the seams. They either mispacked or they were kind enough to throw in another free pack of something I didn't order, but is by a company that I do like. And that is Molex. This is the Freaky Flip. It's a 4-inch flipping bait basically, or a Texas rig bait. If you guys have never heard of Molex, they are a pretty cool company. They're an Italian company actually, so it's a little different than the JDM stuff that I usually talk about. But I do really like some of Molex's stuff, like their Kento jigs or their Nano Flip jigs. This thing's got a buttload of appendages on it, so it won't be as good for punching because it's got a lot of stuff that could possibly hang up, but it looks like it'd be a really good like Carolina rig bait, actually just dragging along the bottom and those tentacles going crazy. Or obviously just a standard Texas rig if you're flipping lay down or anything like that. That's your guy to go with. Just a standard green pumpkin color. Catches them everywhere in every lake. So I'm happy that that's in there actually. That's a nice little surprise. I was not expecting that. Thanks Tackle Warehouse, I guess. Some dirty jigs. I picked up 3 Scott Canterbury compact flipping jigs, and the dirty jig stuff is really nice. I mean, the compact flipping jig is, well, just that. It's a compact flipping jig, so you're able to get away. I'll open one up for you, why not? The thing that separates this little tiny jig from, let's say, Kitech, this is one of their casting jigs basically, so this is also a really compact small jig. The tungsten jig, this is a lead jig. Now, weed guard wise, the dirty jigs has just a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see that, if it'll focus on it, but the dirty jigs has just a little, which is this guy here, just a little bit of a thicker, beefier, stouter weed guard. Obviously, you're gonna trim it a little bit, but the main difference is they're almost identical in size, but is that hook. The hook on the Dirty Jigs compact flipping jig is a lot beefier. It's thicker, stronger than the Kitechs. And I do have a lot of issues with bending out some Kitech jigs because their hooks they're sharp hooks and they're great hooks. But if you don't have the correct gear, so to say, you'll end up setting the hook and bending the hook out because it's not that thick of a hook. This you're not bending out no matter how hard you try. You could throw this on braid if you wanted to and it's staying stout. It is a Gamakatsu hook. I was throwing these up at when I went to Wisconsin last fall, and I was catching pike on them, dude, setting the crap out of the hook, and you know, pike are vicious. And I was catching them on this jig, and the hook was perfectly fine even after all day. The skirt was fine, the weed guard was fine, the paint on the head, the finish, all that was perfectly fine. So that's saying something about a jig that isn't that expensive. It's not necessarily, you wouldn't call it a JDM jig because it's not. It's built in the USA, but being an American jig, it's fantastic. So if you haven't tried it out, I suggest you try it out. Blue and black, Infinite Watermelon, and then I got Dirty Chartreuse. Again, this was the jig when I placed this order. I kind of got the trailers to match up with some of this stuff. So the grunge color in that Berkeley Power Bait shaker car I was talking about, that guy there, is going to go perfect on the back of this jig right here. That's kind of how I envisioned it. So we're moving back to the lovely world of Megabass. I've got two body balance heads. One is an MB gizzard. Actually, both of them are an MB gizzard. I'm sorry. One of them is 3/8 of an ounce, and the other one is 1/2 ounce. As you see, that's what she looks like. Hopefully the camera does it justice with the light there. But I've never tried their body balance heads. I've heard a lot of good things about them, and I've always wanted to throw and get good at throwing a swim bait with a jig head, basically, with one of these, a swim bait head, I should say. And this spring, I think I'm gonna try it, and hopefully I'll catch some fish on them. I'm gonna go ahead and open one of these up, actually, because these were like $6 or $7, I don't remember, like $6 I think each, $5.99 or something like that. That hook is overbent, and that just sticks that fish in the good meat of its mouth, and basically gets you a good hook set. That thing locks in there too, so it's a lot harder to throw with that slightly more candid point. And then you actually, a little bit more attention to detail is that they do indeed give you 2 wire keepers, which is going to keep your bait on there a lot better than just one, or a lot better than just like a standard lead keeper. All right, next up, brand new from a company I've never tried, 6th Sense. I picked up 3 different colors in their Divine swim jigs. All of them are 3/8 ounce. Like I said, I've never tried this company before, so I'm excited, but I did hear numerous good things about them. Just the way they're made, the components they're made with. This is a swim jig. I also don't throw swim jigs ever, really. I prefer a chatterbait, so I bought some swim jigs because I really only had like 3. I bought some more swim jigs just to try it out this season and see what they're all about. I got another standard staple color. It's just black and blue. It's that guy there. Looks really good. You know, black and blue is just black and blue. So, but they have a twist lock to keep the bait on there, and anything with a twist lock just keeps that bait so much longer, makes it last longer. The last color I got from them was just their bluegill color. What do they call it? Spawn kill, or no, I'm sorry, bluegill spawn. That's that guy there. Let me take that off of that. That's that guy there, and that's just standard bluegill color. I try to get, like, always, when I'm getting a new company, I always try to get at least 2 different colors. One's got to be bluegill. The other is something else that just intrigues my eye. But I got some swim baits, hopefully, to match those swim jigs. And the swim baits I got are one of my favorite swim baits, of course. Kitech Swing Impact Fats. All of these are 3.3 inches. We've got some Copperfield, which is this color here. That was my like perch kind of bluegill color that would go on the back of this. They would look pretty good. I got French pearl. That'll catch them somewhere. I got two things of that Copperfield actually. Yeah, it's called Sexy Violet, and I envisioned this going really good on the back of this. Two of the best chatterbaits on the market, I should say, quite frankly. They're both 3/8 ounce. I like throwing 3/8 ounce everything. Sprayed grass. This to me looks a lot like a bluegill. Depending on where you are, where you're fishing, or where you are in the country, bluegill look different. Some places bluegill are really dark. They're almost like black, and they have really deep purple accents. In other places, they're real light colored or pale, more pale, so they look more like this. The other color I got is, I wanted to try throwing more red for the spring, because red and bright colors in the spring work really, really well for largemouth and smallmouth. So I got some what do they call it? Fire craw? Spring craw. Instead of a shiny blade, you get a painted black blade with red spots on it. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but really good attention to detail by Evergreen. That's right. I picked up one of these guys is right here. This is a Jackal range. Everybody loves these things, dude. It's like the alternative, the cheaper alternative to a Vision 110. Basically, these are $15 or $14.99, I think they are. So 15 bucks. They're made by Jackal. It's a really good company. I like their stuff. And this bait is well, this bait's really good. I got it in Cotton Wagasaki, or Ghost Wagasaki. What is this? Ghost Wagasaki. So that's the color. To me, again, looks a lot like a bluegill. It's got some purple in there. It's got the blue in there. It's got the green back. I mean, it's got the orange fins and the yellow Chartreuse gill plate. Looks a lot like a bluegill to me. Now, the one thing that is the main selling point of the Jackal range is the slider, the tungsten slider that's inside, that when you cast shoots to the back, and basically it works similar to the way Megabass's LBO weight transfer system works, where you cast, the cylinder goes to the back to increase the inertia and to straighten out that bait so that it doesn't helicopter in the sky, basically giving you a farther cast. It works the exact same way. This makes a loud knock though when you cast it, and you will think that you broke your rod, and it's just the freaking cylinder shooting to the back so fast. So that's kind of a cool little thing. And then I mean, they work, dude. These things work really well. I've never used them, but I've got buddies that use them, and they smack them on these things all the time. Jerkbait season starting up for me again. Can't wait to use it. That's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you're excited for the new season that's rapidly approaching. I heard it's supposed to be a much warmer and a slightly earlier spring than we normally get, so that is always good news, meaning we can hopefully get on the water sooner rather than later. But that's it. I mean, I gotta go. I gotta edit this video tomorrow. I'm going and helping my buddy reorganize some of his fishing tackle and put up a pegboard and all that fun stuff. That's coming up in the next couple of videos, so I gotta edit this one tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification right next to it to get notified every time I upload. And I will see you guys later. Stay safe. Fishing season's almost here.
I was just counting my sins. Everywhere I go, I see dark, don't know where to begin. Every morning on my knees, praying to God that we win. Fuck, let's win it again. I got rich by my mama's crib. How much you willing to spend?